And that's a good thing, because if you force him to come back out, there's Nolte, though. He gets a lot of offensive rebounds. I was going to say on the defensive side, taking him away from the.
Of course, Overbeck's going to have to be able to handle him inside, so it's a mismatch for Reading.
And he doesn't have any help right now without Brinkman in there. Overbeck again from the baseline. The other side, he's got a three-pointer. Jeremy Overbeck has 7. Overbeck had 5 three-pointers coming into this game. It's a 2-point game. Boy, what a difference that three-pointer can be in a game. Coming back in the game, John Beatty for Indian Hill, and in the game for Reading, number 30, Eddie Wirtz, a 6-foot senior.
Talking about Sonny Snell earlier, Bill, he had 86 three-pointers for us at Landmark last year. That makes a coach look smart.
Oh, absolutely. It looked like Overbeck blocked that, but Madden still got the shot away. His 8th point.
He's very good at adjusting in midair.
Reading or Indian Hill playing that man-to-man. I believe both teams have played man-to-man all night. Down to about 2 minutes. And that's going to be Will Nolte's 2nd foul. So we now have 4 players, 3 on Indian Hill, 1 on Reading, with 2 fouls each. Scherpenberg out of the game. Bonekemper back in for Indian Hill.
Just a note on what we were talking about, that Nolte committed that foul about 25 feet from the basket.
Wolfenton back in the game, and he replaces Will Nolte, and I'm sure we won't see Will Nolte anymore this half. So kind of a different look right now in the game. Stidham with the ball. Mason Smith back to Stidham. Stidham with the drive. It's stripped by Madden and went out of bounds on Blue Devil. So right now it looks like they have an answer for those baseline drives, at least the last couple of possessions. Madden. Stidham knocks it away. Reading gets the rebound for Overbeck. Stidham. 4-point game. Stidham back out to Davis. Overbeck. Back out playing deep.
Good movement by Reading.
Stidham with the basket, or the attempt, no good, but there's Overbeck underneath. This time, though, taken away by Brandon Miller.
I think
they're going to call an offensive foul. Now, he and Bonekemper were playing toss coming up the floor there.
I think he intercepted that pass, Bill. I don't think that was intended for him, but his long arms, he got his 3rd.
Brandon Miller picks up his 3rd foul. So Jim Prue kind of rolls the dice right there, and his big man now has 3 fouls. With 50-some seconds, we don't even see an Indian Hill player coming in the game right now, too. He's still in the game. If I were Reading, I'd be working on him. Stolen out, though, by, there's Madden, though. He's not letting up any pressure, though, despite the fact of 3 fouls. And turnover Indian Hill.
Reading has excellent movement. Don't see his, Coach Binsman. His guys are not standing around. Easy to see why they've been done well in the tournament the last 3 years.
Ty Snow, a 6'2 senior, is in the game, and indeed Miller takes a seat on the bench. But here comes Will Nolte back in. He replaces Wolfenton, and remember, Nolte has 2 fouls. 35 seconds ago, Indian Hill. Let's see if they hold it for 1 shot.
Yeah, it looks like that was an offensive substitution.
Brinkman did not come back in the ball game, so Rich Bensman's going to save him for the second half. A lot of pressure put on by Rob Davis, to the point where Indian Hill has called a timeout. And let's see if Jim Prue wants a. Jim Prue's going to call for a 30-second timeout here with 15 seconds to go. So they definitely are playing for 1 shot right now, Dad.
Yeah, and you know, talking about those fouls, Bill, Coach Bill Phillips at Lockland, who was coached the boys there for several years, over 20 years, and when I was coaching the girls at Lockland, one of his rules was you get 2 fouls in the first half, he sets you out the rest of the first half, and that's just a different philosophy, but you know, Bill won over 300 games, so yeah, he had a lot of success.
That's true.
His theory was, you don't want to, you want to win a game in the fourth quarter. You don't want any of your studs on the, fouling out in the fourth quarter. So that was his philosophy, and it certainly worked for him. He knows a lot about the game.
Miller 3 fouls, Wolverton 2, Nolte 2 for Indian Hill, Brinkman 2 for Reading. And that's the only 2 fouls on the Reading Blue Devils too, so no other players have a foul. Nolte, he's got the ball. That's the guy they want with the ball. Forced back up. He has 2 offensive rebounds, puts it back up, but he's fouled with 2 seconds to go. And I tell you what, Overbeck did everything in the world to try to stop him on it, but finally fouled him the 3rd time. Nolte, I don't have his percent here at the foul line, but we're going to find out what he's going to do right now. I tell you what, nice stroke. He has 2 of them tonight. 14 points for Nolte. Misses that one. Reading with the rebound. And final shot taken by Eddie Wirtz. No good, but we have come to the end of the first half with the Indian Hill Braves up 26-21 over the Reading Blue Devils. Stay tuned for second half action here from Reading High School.
I've seen what drugs can do to people. If it doesn't kill you, it'll kill your soul.
Drugs are nowhere, and I'm talking from experience.
I've probably been through everything, done everything, took everything, and I can sure tell you that drugs are no way to go.
Don't lose your friends. Don't lose yourself. Don't be a fool. It's no way to rock.
All right, and welcome back here to Reading High School. Bill Bretz, Ed Davis, glad you have joined us here. We're about ready to begin second half action, about a minute and a half or so. We're looking at the stats here. I'd like to thank Kevin Dallas for being our stat man down here. We've been so lucky. Last 2-3 games, we've got these computer guys in here to help us with this. And we were looking over the stats, Ed, but I guess maybe, the stats are fairly even, I guess, except for the turnovers. So.
Right. Reading's had a few more turnovers. Rebounding's fairly even. Just a few more shots by Indian Hill has basically been the difference, as you said.
Yeah, we were kind of surprised. We thought Reading's shooting percentage would be a lot worse than what it is. They were 8 for 20. That's 40%. Most of those 8, though, came in the second quarter. We know that they didn't have a good shooting percentage that first quarter. Indian Hill shooting 48%. Indian Hill 0 for 3 from the three-point stripe. Probably not too surprising. They don't take that many shots. Reading 2 for 3, though, from the three-point stripe. 3 for 5 on foul shots for Reading, 2 for 3 for Indian Hill. Leading scorer in the game so far, and a guy who's really making his presence known is Will Nolte. And I think right now Will Nolte has been the key of this game. Absolutely.
He's very strong inside, and he's been pretty much the difference. Miller's been in foul trouble, as Nolte's got 2 fouls also, and I'm sure they're concerned about Miller that he doesn't pick up his 4th foul.
Miller has 8 points and 3 fouls. Jeremy Overbeck, leading scorer for Reading. He has 7 points. Rodney Stidham has 4. Mason Smith, 2. Rob Davis, 3. Justin Brinkman has 5 points. Phil Madden, John Beatty each have a basket for Indian Hill. So we're about ready to tee it up here. Reading gets the possession to start this half. A big half for Reading now. They're down 5 in their home court. They have not lost a game on this court this year. Jim Pruse said at the beginning of the game, this is a tough place to play. You got that blue crew up there, which don't look like they all been to a toga party tonight.
They look like they're right on top of the players.
Yes, and that's what he usually is. And Brinkman with the basket underneath. And I'm just wondering